Welcome, I'm Amy Roman. In this video, I will take you through the steps to import your banked message recordings into AlphaCore for MindExpress. Before you can import your recordings, they each need to be labeled with the exact words you are saying in the recording. This label enables AlphaCore to locate and play the correct recording. I highly recommend you use the free website mymessagebanking.com to automatically label your messages and save you time. mymessagebanking.com listens to and then transcribes your recordings. It then labels the recordings with that transcription. mymessagebanking.com also enables you to tag each message with one or more topics. This tag will help organize your messages so they populate the topic pages you want them to appear on in AlphaCore. Finally, mymessagebanking.com will also put all your labeled recordings into a zip file that can quickly be uploaded to AlphaCore. In this video, I'll show you how to use mymessagebanking.com to get the best results and how to upload to AlphaCore. Let's get started. You probably recorded your messages using a recording device, a smartphone app, or a computer program. If your recordings are still on your phone or recording device, you need to move them to a computer in order to upload them to mymessagebanking.com. If they're on a recorder, use the cable that came with the recorder to move them to a computer. If they are on a phone recording app, use a cloud storage site like Dropbox or Google Drive to move them from your phone to your computer. Now, mymessagebanking.com only accepts WAV file recordings. WAV files are a high-quality audio recording format. You will see .wav at the end of WAV file recordings. If you instead see .mp3, .mp4, .wma, .aac, or a different extension, you will need to convert the files before you can upload them to mymessagebanking.com. There are a number of free audio file converters available online. Once you have WAV file recordings ready to upload, go to mymessagebanking.com. If you have not already created a free account, then do so and log in. Once you do, you will see a page like this, except you won't see any recordings if you haven't uploaded them yet. Select Upload and locate the folder that contains your recordings. Mine are in Download since I just imported them from my phone using Dropbox. I'm going to select all my recordings by putting a check mark in this box, and then I'm going to select Open. Once you have uploaded your WAV files, select Start to begin the transcription process. Once complete, you'll see a list of all your messages with the message transcription under text headings. So to view that, I'm going to select View My Messages. Okay, here are my new recordings. Under the text heading, I can see my recordings have been transcribed. You can listen to your messages by hitting the arrow over here.
How are you doing?
And that's perfect.
What have you been up to?
Okay, another perfect transcription. Well, this program just transcribes very well. Occasionally you'll find an error. And if you do want to fix any errors in the transcription, tap the transcription, and then you can just edit the message. This is an editable area. Once you've checked your messages and they look right, this is optional, but you can verify each message. Just put a checkbox so you know you've checked it and it's the correct transcription for that message. Also, I want to teach you a helpful trick for sound effects. If you recorded things like your laughter or whistling, this recording is a heavy sigh. I'll play it for you. Okay, so I want to change the text to read sigh. I'm going to go into my text and I'm going to type sigh, but I'm also going to put a hashtag after it. This way, if I just type the word sigh in my speech device, it will say sigh. But if I type sigh hashtag as one word, it will play the recording. So remember to put a hashtag after any item if you don't want it to automatically replace the word with the recording. Another example might be laughter. If you recorded yourself laughing, you would put a hashtag after laughter in messagebanking.com so you could still type the word laughter in a sentence and not have it replaced by a recording of your laughter. Now we're going to do a little work with tags and categories. Under this area, we're going to give each recording one or more category or topic by selecting the blue box with the white plus sign in it. If you type in the name of a topic that already exists in AlphaCore, this recording will appear within that pre-existing topic. If you type in a new topic, this topic will be added to AlphaCore. It will appear as a new topic in topics and tools. So let's add a few tags so I can give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So I'm going to add greetings, which is a pre-existing AlphaCore topic because this is a greeting. How are you doing? And I just type in greetings. Now I know I'm going to have a few greetings that I recorded, so I'm going to copy this just to make things easier. And I can right click, select copy, and then I can go down here. What have you been up to is also a greeting, and I can paste it in. I'll right click again, paste. And I just noticed sometimes you'll see this, it'll pop up. It says save failed. And I'm just going to retry. And usually once or twice, okay, that did the trick. It's saved. Once that sign goes away, you're fine. Okay, now sigh is a sound, and sound is a pre-existing topic in AlphaCore. So I'm going to type in sound so that it appears in the sound topic. Now, one thing I want to do is I want all my topics to appear on one central page called My Recordings in AlphaCore, just so I have one kind of clearinghouse that has all of my recordings. So I'm going to copy that. So I can also to do copy, you can also on a Windows computer do Control C. Then I can go down here and add it. You can have as many topics as you want. Control V. I'm going to go back here, retry, and good. I've got my recordings here and my recordings here. Perfect. Now I'm going to create a new topic called Julia. Julia isn't a topic in AlphaCore yet, but it will appear as a new topic if I tag a recording with it. So this one is a recording about my daughter Julia. So I'm going to add, I want to create a whole topic in AlphaCore about Julia. So I'm going to add the Julia topic. Okay. Now the next step is very important because it will cause your recorded message buttons in AlphaCore to display the transcribed text as their label, rather than displaying the date stamp. So you see, this is the date stamp, and we don't want that to be on our buttons in AlphaCore. That wouldn't help us at all. So in order to make this shift, we're going to put a check in the box next to the word title. And this selected all of my messages. And I'm going to select this icon that appeared. And it says replace selected titles. So let me do that. Yes, I would like to replace all of my titles. Excellent. Now it took the text and turned that into the title. So all of my transcriptions are now under my titles. That looks perfect. Okay. All right. Now you're ready to download your recordings into your speech generating device. If you don't have a speech generating device yet, you can stop here. If you do have a speech generating device, you want to turn it on and you want to go to mymessagebanking.com on the speech generating device, and you're going to select download because you do want to download these messages into the speech generating device. So select download all and download. A zip folder of all your recordings will now be in your downloads on your speech device. Excellent. It says my downloads are complete. All right, now I'm going to go into AlphaCore. And the next step is to upload those messages. So I'm going to select Menu, Settings, Speech. And then in this column under Speech, I'm going to select Message Set. I'm going to go over to the scrolling bar on the far side, and I'm going to scroll down until I find Import Export. And I'm going to choose a file to import. I'm going to import that zip file of all my messages by selecting this icon right here. Now you will navigate to where your messages are. Mine are in downloads and I happen to be there, but you could browse for that if you needed to. But I'm going to select it, banked messages with my name. I'm going to select that and I'm going to select open. And it says it successfully imported 5 messages. So I'm going to say okay. Now your recordings are all organized in AlphaCore. Let's take a look. If we go to greetings, we will see the 2 messages about my daughter's name is Julia, my son's name is Aaron, are in the greetings category. Now, the message, how are you doing and what have you been up to? They were already in the greetings category, but now you can see there's a little speaker icon after each message. And that means it's a recording now. It doesn't play the synthesized voice.
How are you doing?
When I select it. Excellent. Now I might want to next move these 2 recordings up by editing message list, but I'm not going to do that for now just to save a little time. Let's check out some other locations. So if I go to sounds, and in addition to all the sounds that are already here, we have the sigh. Okay, let's go back and more topics. My recordings should have all of the recordings that we did. And it does, all 5 of them are here. And finally, here's my new topic that didn't exist in AlphaCore previously, but since I tagged a message with it, it now exists. Julia, and it plays.
My daughter's name is Julia.
Excellent. Okay. Now you can also, you don't have to go to topic pages to play recordings. You can just type them and they will play. Or one trick is you could type a keyword from a recording. So if I type the word Julia, I can play my recording here.
My daughter's name is Julia.
Perfect. Excellent. I hope that tutorial was helpful. The steps I went over here are also provided in the AlphaCore guide. It can be helpful to have the instructions in a written format as you go through the process. I'm glad you banked your messages and enjoy AlphaCore.